This individual, they used what was inside of them to connect with what was targeting and trying to bind me. This person carried a familiar spirit. It's attached to bloodline, and it know you very well. When we see people who is not of God, but they have a keen sense of discernment through a spirit of manipulation called divination that they operate off of, can relate to what's inside of you if it has been a part of your line before. And the instructions that the Father had given me was totally opposite of what instructions that they had given me. And they began to tell me all these great things that was going to never happen, because that was not God's will for me. And if I wouldn't have ever had the relationship I have with God, then I wouldn't have known that something is wrong with this message versus what he told me. So I'm just not gonna believe a person over a word that God had already given to me, even if I'm a little messed up at that time. The prime example is the reason why the Father tells us in 1 Peter 5:8 to be sober and vigilant, because our enemy, the devil, is walking around like a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. And if we're at a vulnerable place and we're not surrendering that vulnerability, that place, that insecurity, that confusion, whatever it may be, to God in that very moment, we give the enemy opportunity with us. He said when it comes time to do what 1 John 4:1 tell us to do, to not believe every spirit, to see if they are of God, because he says false prophets have gone out into the world. So he's telling us exactly what I had experienced, that false prophets are out in the world, and they're open to giving you plenty of message. You got to think a prophet is someone come with a message. And you have to check the messenger behind their message, because this person may not be of God whatsoever. And let me tell you, it's a lot of people that's calling themselves prophets in this day and time. And if you do not have the Holy Spirit, you begin to test these spirits with your spirit is going to lie to you, and it's going to tell you that these things are holy because it seems like they're getting it right. And really, this is a spirit of divination that comes from their granddaddy. This is a offspring of a familiar spirit. And this is the spirit of divination that comes to manipulate you and deceive you out of the place that God has called you to be in. So this is just a word of warning. And be open, be vigilant to even your vulnerabilities. Just be like, oh, I'm out of place. Immediately withdraw from anybody that you're around and go into a place of refuge. Go into the place of safety with the Father, and begin to see what he has to say to you. Because when I did this, he began to give me all different types of instructions that led me to the place I'm at today. Because the same type of spiritual warfare has came up again. I was able to have apprehended it before it apprehended me.